we are still, 12 years have passed, almost $500,000 is lost. If you add up just interest on that amount of money that's been lost by the victim, it adds up to a ton. Probably $100,000 or more. But I want the person paid back.
These details and each of them knowing that, see, you know, I know that. We always state people.
How you doing? Well, that was a one fine stretch.
They just walk hammer too. They just missed you.
What was eight?
Judge, we have made a request about a couple of items and you can clarify.
All right, 22-41053 is Paul. The state of Texas versus Sabrina Gallow. Back in May, the defendant pleaded guilty and was placed on probation and a large restitution amount.
Yes, Judge. And what our agreement, Judge, just to refresh the court's memory, what our agreement was that she would have 6 months, I believe, to make a substantial, I want to say $150,000 payment. And then 125. And that she would have, once she made that lump sum payment, then she would make monthly payments going forward from there. I think that maybe wasn't adequately communicated to probation as part of our agreement. And so we wanted to just clarify that with probation, that was our agreement. Obviously, given the nature of the sum.
How you gonna do? Good? Okay. Because if you say it, you'll be fine. But go ahead.
Right, given the nature of the sum, Judge, that was part of our agreement, was to give her 6 months to go with that.
Yes.
And so we just want to clarify with probation. We had 2 other requests regarding her geographic restriction and her curfew. So wanted to address.
Go ahead.
Judge,
It's in this memo, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I've highlighted it.
Okay. So just to summarize, though, her son plays in the band that plays at high school football games on Friday nights. And so we're asking the court to give her permission to be the transportation for her son to and from those games, obviously given the schedule to probation so that they'll know when it is and what it is. And she would be in compliance with appropriate times to attend those games. And then the other request relates to her work arrangement. She lives right on the border of Jefferson County and Chambers County. And so we're asking the court for permission for her to be able to travel within Jefferson County, obviously, where she lives, but also the contiguous counties around Jefferson County without having to give day-to-day probation permission.
Does she have a job that she's working at that she has to travel for?
She's delivering as a second job, doing deliveries for favor. And she just said, you obviously don't get to predict where the people's homes are going to be. So,
All right. Has anything been paid toward restitution?
She made one payment on the 6th in the amount of $52.
All right. Where to begin? One thing is, was this whole thing was fashioned. She's placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation for embezzling almost $500,000. This money was lost beginning over a decade ago. We don't charge interest, which the feds do. And I'd always, when I was in the federal government, I thought that was a more fair way of treating victims. But we are still, 12 years have passed, almost $500,000 is lost. if you add up just interest on that amount of money that's been lost by the victim, it adds up to a ton. Probably $100,000 or more. But I want the person paid back. They're not getting interest. And we're waiting on your terms. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for the victims in here. And I'm not satisfied that you're serious about this. But once again, you've made $50 payment in 12 years of loss. You were pilfering back in 2014 from these people. You can sense I'm not happy. I feel sorry for them. And I don't feel like my job is being done effectively when victims do not get reimbursed expediently. What are we waiting on?
Judge, it was a carefully crafted agreement.
What are we waiting on?
The funds to put the funds together so that we could make that payment.
When is that going to start rolling around?
November. That was when we had planned to do it. That's what we agreed to do. It's what we put on record. It's what the court signed off on the day of sentencing. And it was a carefully negotiated and crafted agreement. The complainant was included in the negotiations.
They just want money.
I understand, Judge, and we're going to pay the money, but we have to. Getting that kind of money together is not a simple task, and so
it's the same problem for everybody who is a defendant who owes. They've got to figure it out. I would ask you, what are you asking for right now? I'm saying, please consider allowing her to modify her curfew as needed to be able to attend and transport her son for these activities. Okay.
For football games for band.
What does that have to do with helping the victim get their money?
It's two separate issues, Judge. They're totally separate issues.
One's in whatever's her best interest, and the other's for the victims. And I'm not being just again, the victim is priority.
We understand. Why not?
And we have orders here to get them done as soon as possible. That test, what happened on it?
Oh, he's good.
You can go. Go ahead.
We've actioned this for a very specific reason and time frame.
And I made my decision for a good reason too.
And you did. You followed the agreement that we asked.
When are we going to get paid money? That's what I want to know. A commitment.
The lump sum, Judge, will be paid in November.
How much is that going to be?
$125,000.
Then what?
And then we'll make regular payments of the balance.
Of what?
Of whatever the balance is.
Well, how many installments and when and how much per installment?
Judge, that was not part of the negotiation. It was.
I'm asking you a question, what to expect for the victim here since I allowed this to happen.
Divide the remaining balance.
Okay. What's going to be consistent? What are we expecting in consistent payments for the victim after this? This lump sum gets paid in November.
Judge, I don't have the calculations.
Does she know? What's the master plan of making an income?
Thank you.
The victim has a right to know what's to expect when we're talking about this great loss, especially since it's not an interest-bearing repayment. It's dollar for dollar, which means they lose every day value on their money they've lost.
Here's the real issue. This isn't just about a number on a restitution order. The victim has already waited years, and because there's no interest being added, every passing year means even more lost value. So the judge is demanding one thing: certainty. When exactly does the money start coming back?
Yeah. We just subtracted the 125 from that number. He's divided on that case answer question. Thank you.
Seems like. So they.